kickoff. Two quarterbacks will be on the field today trying to push their team to victory. It's Rodgers' Packers going up against Flacco's Ravens. With that, let's get you on up to Baltimore as we welcome in our commentary team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Green Bay Packers and the Baltimore Ravens. Rodgers now on first and trying to get it to his tight end Rodgers, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Terrell Suggs. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Brandon, when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach and talked about how they wanted to begin this game offensively, they talked about their script, didn't they? 10 to 15 plays, the first 10 to 15 they had on their script. Nowhere on the script was there throwing an interception, I have to believe.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. In this offense, they look towards Steve Smith a lot.
It's a good idea because if you don't, you're going to hear about it. No one plays the wide receiver position angrier or better than Steve Smith Sr.
Flacco. That is caught. A good pickup there at 22. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
A fresh set of downs, and they're at the 1. First and goal. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Justin Forsett punching it in from a yard away. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. And he puts it through. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And completes it to Jordy Nelson. This Ravens defense solid in week 1 against Buffalo. They held the Bills to just 160 yards and 7 points.
A proud group of defenders in Baltimore. They didn't play up to that standard at all in 2015. Injuries had something to do with that. Terrell Suggs was lost in the season opener last year. He's back now. But C.J. Mosley in the middle, I think he's going to ascend to a big-time level now. I think it's really his defense, and it gives him a chance to be a playmaker in the middle. They were once again playing like a Raven last Sunday.
Rodgers going to try and throw him. And trying to get it to his tight end, Rodgers, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the longtime Charger, Eric Weddle. And he will bring this back. It's a pick-6 and a Raven touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Now Rodgers to try again after the pick-6. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. And it'll be 2nd and 10. The starters now defensively for Baltimore.
C.J. Mosley's your prototypical Alabama linebacker. They'll come downhill and smack you, but they understand the game so well.
Off the play fake to Lacy. Here's Rodgers. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. and reading your keys. You always hear about that, having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Rodgers again now. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. Rodgers to throw once more. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to make it fourth down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got to a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. They come out here in the eye. They'll try to pound it in with West. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Terrence West taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And he's able to put it through. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. 10 yards still left on second down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller's sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
23 yards on the play.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
And complete right side to Cook. 23 yards on the play.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. Over the middle, Rodgers has it. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a third down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
The first carry now. This is Lacey. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10.
Now that was a gutsy call. In today's NFL, that is a passing down, but they broke tendency, and in a big way, and they were rewarded with a big run. Now they're set up with first and goal. Got to give a lot of credit to the offensive coordinator. He didn't play it safe, took a chance, and it paid off. Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Throwing now, and he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. James Starks from 10 yards out, and the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. So they're going to go for 2. They're running with Starks. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And a peek at the defense for the Packers.
Demarius Randall's a versatile player. Played both safety and cornerback in college. They're using those same skills in the NFL.
Another run, this time, though, for Zed. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. Third down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Back deep for the Packers, Micah Hyde. This is taken at the 18. It looked like he might beat that last man. He doesn't, though, but it goes as a 32-yard return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And Ty Montgomery has it complete. 23 yards on the play.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they could do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold. It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
And with a 3rd and 14, we have 6 defensive backs out there now defensively. Now Rodgers. Nelson's got it here right side. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 4th down. Now Mason Crosby for the Packers field goal try. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle. Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
They come up in an offset eye. They start on the ground with Forsett. Oh, he's got some breathing room. He's going to go. Justin Forsett. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Justin Forsett with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Oh, this is blocked. And the defense has it, but he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I rarely question anyone's effort on the field, but normal, you give up a touchdown like that, a long-distance play, there's usually not a lot of resistance on the extra point. In this case, though, boy, they bowed their backs and got after it, didn't they?
A little revenge. Nicely done.
Yeah, way to go. Get in there, block it, and show them that they're still fighting.
Rodgers now on 1st down. He'll set up the screen to Lacy. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
And Richard Rodgers makes the grab, and let's face it, it's going to follow him the rest of his career. The Hail Mary he caught to beat the Lions in 2015 in Detroit, pretty memorable play.
Those Lions fans, they just don't like you right now if they heard that.
I didn't mean to bring it up to, pull the Band-Aid off the wound there. I was just trying to praise Richard Rodgers. Yeah, they're going to be mad at me.
Rodgers again now. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
On 1st down, Rodgers. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Timmy Jernigan in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. 11 yards on the pickup, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Now the Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd down.
Could be a blitzer.
Rodgers going to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. They'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Here's Rodgers. Finds his target, Montgomery. And he's brought down after a good gain. Call it an even 20 yards on the pickup. And the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal. They'll try to pound it in with Lacey. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
Eddie Lacy's build is one for goal line running. I know he's got a little more wiggle and shake than you expect, but this is what you count on, isn't it? Hand him the ball here and let him run over some people.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it 3rd and goal.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Both the run and pass still in play here on 3rd and goal from the 3. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. He may try and run, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. James Starks in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers get a score closer. And they'll get set here looking for the 2-point conversion. Rodgers will throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And the Ravens taking the field. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. The drive begins with a run by Forsett. And he's going to cut it back left here. And they're able to get this one across. Well, we're going to let you off a little easy there, LR. Halftime interrupted, and we are ready to get to this 3rd quarter. Come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the 2nd half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. On 2nd down, Forsett evades the tackler, and now some space. And he's brought down. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. They come up in an offset eye. They'll run it with West. And an alley to run. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Force. Hey, blue 45. Under. 3.
Off the give from Flacco. Forsett. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Here's West. Room here to run. Past the 20. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Terrence West, his second touchdown of the night. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And they will line up now for the two-point try.
Under.
On the ground for Seth. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, to something to get you off to a quick start. And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter.
Look out, Rodgers lost the football. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.